Hey all you BIM people, welcome to the channel. If you saw my last video where I walked through this office here and how I constructed it and built it and all that good stuff, I got a lot of questions about the desk itself, this guy right here, and the setup, what I did to create it and what it was and so on and so forth. So I figured I would put together a video. So what I'm going to do is just kind of walk through how I built this little desk here and what I used to put it together. Hopefully it helps you guys. So what's really neat about this desk is it's a standing desk. As you can see, I'm currently standing, right? With quite a few features, and I built it all for $350-ish. So when I was looking for a desk for this new office, there was a few requirements that I really wanted to take into consideration. First is I've got all of this stuff. Let me go around back here. I've got all this stuff hanging from it. I've got a DSLR camera right here. I've got a light fixture here. I've got a 27-inch monitor here. I've got my Shure microphone here, all hanging from this desk. And so as you can imagine, that stuff is pretty heavy, right? And so I needed a desk that not only I wanted to stand and I wanted to sit, I wanted to have a decent amount of workspace, but not a ton of workspace. I don't need a lot of workspace. I'm not rolling out plans anymore. I wanted it to be able to be sturdy and not rock and shake and stuff like that when I stood it up or when I sat it down. And that's actually hard to find for anyone who has been trying to do that. Not to mention it's actually really hard to find for under, $900, $800, whatever it is. So let me walk back around to the front here. So the secret behind this desk is actually that is not a desk at all. It is a work table from Home Depot. I think you can get it on Amazon as well. I'll put a link to either or down below. So it is a workstation made for technically your garage by Husky. So this was key because a workstation, or a work table, I should say, it can handle up to 1,200 pounds, I think, as far as the weight distribution, and it's built extremely solidly, right? If you take a look at this, you can see the casters down there. You can see the brace across it. It's a heavy table. It's a heavy table. But what's awesome about it is I could have this thing fully extended with all of this stuff on it. I could probably sit on it. And if I shake this thing, it's not shaking. It's not moving. Okay, so not only that, but I also have the ability to adjust the height. So you can see here, there's a little crank, right? And I can go up or down from standing height to sitting height. The standing desk is interesting because, I like to stand and sit, but it also is a great way to keep little wandering fingers away from all this cool stuff on my desk as well. So not only are you getting a desk that can adjust from standing height to sitting height, you're getting one that's built solidly. It has casters, so it can roll around the room, which is awesome. One of the things I wanted to do in here is be flexible, so that if I wanted to change the backdrop, if I wanted to, modify where I was sitting, what I was looking at, I could do that. But also be able to strap all this stuff on it and make sure that it did not wibbly wobbly, all over the place. So in order to make it more like a desk, there's a couple things that I had to do. Right? One of them was I wanted a drawer. We all have a reason for a drawer. Right? There's stuff, there's pens, there's pencils, whatever we need. And so as you can see down here, if I move the camera around here, as you can see down here, I do in fact have a drawer. And it's got a little slot here for a keyboard, for notepads, et cetera, et cetera. That's something I just bought on Amazon, and I'll link it below. It's an awesome little thing, just screwed it to the bottom. The great thing about having this solid wood tabletop here is that you can screw pretty much anything to the bottom of it, which is awesome. And if we go around the other side, again, the other thing that I really wanted was to make sure that I had good, solid cable management. I'm sure everyone can probably relate to this problem that we have when it comes to cables and all the stuff plugged in. And so if I flip this around again, what you'll see is, I've got a lot of cables going on there. And, it's for the amount of cables going in and out of this thing, I'd say it's pretty clean. And part of that is because of these little trays right here. So hopefully you can see them. We got a tray here and this tray here. And these guys are just simple trays that you can buy on Amazon that you can drill into the top, and they sort your cables behind them. And so if I try to get underneath. We can talk through it a little bit, and I can show you what it looks like underneath the desk as well. All right, so hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna try and talk through this a little bit, but another thing I put under here is a, I don't remember if it's 12 or 24, 18, I don't remember, but it's this gigantic power strip with this huge gauge cable, which is awesome. So all the power strip gets to stay up here. I only have one cable plus the Ethernet going back to the wall. Makes it really easy to modify. Here's those cable trays I talked about. So I get to tuck all my cables, neat, clean, keep them really neat and tuck them up behind it. And that makes everything sort of neat from the top, which is awesome. All right, let me get up from under there. So I'll also make sure to link all the other accessories that I have here for anyone that's interested in, like the microphone stand, the camera mount, even the cooling pad for the laptop. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I'll make sure to link it in there, because some of you may find that interesting to see which kind of stuff I'm using there, including the monitor stand as well. So there you have it. A quick overview of how I sort of customize all these pieces together to make this awesome little workstation. Hope it was helpful for you guys. Thanks for tuning in again. If you like this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All the links to what I talked about will be below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.